my name is Danny, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the letters for this monogram pendant piece. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to show you how to make the first letter D here and kind of how to set up the proportions for these letters. And not do all three, because I think after I show you the first one, it's really just about playing with the line work. So I already went ahead and opened up a new standard part. And then I'm going to create a 2D sketch, and I want to make sure it's on the same plane that I made my circular base on, which was the front plane for me, but whatever plane you used is what you're going to want to go with. And then I want to create a circle as a construction line that kind of represents this circular base here, so that I have a reference, because as you can see, these letters fit perfectly around the edges of the circle. And then I'm also going to create an inner circle as a reference, because that's what this edge here and here follow, so that we get this uniform thickness throughout all of the letters. So what I'm going to do is first make the outer circle, which if you watched the video on how to make the base, you'll know to be 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna, I had selected circle center point and selected the origin, and now I'm just dragging out and typing in 1.5 and just press enter. Then I'm gonna zoom out so you can see that entire thing there. And then I'm gonna press escape to get out of the circle feature, and I wanna offset this inward. So to offset, you go up to modify and you just left click offset once. And then you select the shape that you'd like to offset, so I'm gonna select the circle. And you don't have to hold down a left click, you just have to left click that circle once and then move your mouse. And I'm just going to move it in, not to any specific place, because I'm going to dimension that anyways. So I'm going to press escape since I'm done offsetting, and I'm going to dimension those. So I'm going to click dimension, I'm going to click the outer circle, click the inner circle, and as you can see, it knows that I'm trying to dimension the distance between those two. So the distance between the two circles is going to be 0.125, just so that we can use some standard fractions. So now we're going to escape out of the dimension, which I already did, and then we're going to make both of these construction lines, since they're not actually a part of the part we're creating. So I'm just going to hover over the outside circle, and as you can see, it's going to highlight red. You're going to want to right click that once and then select construction by left clicking, and then we're just going to repeat that with the inner circle. I want to make that a construction and then press escape and then make this one a construction. So you can't just do it all in one go. So now we have two construction lines, and we're going to create some vertical construction lines to split the width of this circle into three equal pieces in terms of the width that we're allowing for those letters. So since this is a 1.5 diameter for the outer circle, we're going to create vertical lines at the x coordinates of 0.25 and negative 0.25, because that's what's going to give us that equal width. So I'm hovering over the origin, and as you can see, I kind of want these vertical lines to come up out of the circle and just kind of slice through like that. So I'm hovering up here. As you can see, the x-coordinate's at 0, and I'm just going to press tab and type in 0.25 and press enter. And as you can see, it splits that up for me. And sorry, I'm zooming out. And I want that to be a 90-degree angle there, and then just bring it down somewhere, it doesn't really matter, past the edge of the circle on the other side. And then you're going to press escape and kind of do the same thing, kind of hover over here, and then press tab and make it minus 0.25. And again, just drag down, have the 90-degree angle, and there you go, and press escape. And again, we want to make these construction lines, so I'm going to right click, select construction, press escape, right click, construction, escape. Okay, so now we have these three equal portions. And now we're going to work on making the D. So the D is going to go in this section here. But As you can see, these letters don't touch. There's still a gap, and so we also want to create that kind of gap there. So these construction lines aren't exactly where the edges of all of your letters are going to be going. And so to start the letter D, we're going to start by making the side that goes down closest to this construction line on the left. So what I'm going to do is select the line function, and I want this edge to be a 1/16 to the left of my construction line. So what I'm going to do is actually go on to this construction line here and then tab in, and since we're in the negative direction, we're going to subtract that, and minus 1/16. So what that's going to do is, since we're going to add 1/16 on the other side before starting the B, it's going to give that thickness of 0.125. So I'm going to connect that to the lower circle, and then I want to make this left edge, so I'm going to actually make that kind of tangent to this inner circle connecting 2 points of the outer circle. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, those dotted lines are showing up to tell me that I'm straight above that edge. I'm going to go down to this outer circle, and I'm going to press escape. And I actually want this line to extend all the way out, so I'm actually going to go up to this modify box, select extend, and then select here, and as you can see, it knows that's where I want it to go to. And then I'm going to extend the bottom. I'm going to press escape to get out of the extend function. And now I want to create two arcs connecting both of these. So what I'm going to do is select 3-point arc, and for 3-point arc you select the two ends of the arc first, which is why I like it for this purpose, and then you kind of give it the bend. So what I'm going to do is hover over here on this left line and just left click once. I'm also going to go over that right line, left click once, and then it'll kind of pull you to fit to that outer circle. I'm just going to select OK by left clicking and kind of repeat that process on the bottom as well. And as you can see, we're getting that outline of the D. I'm going to go ahead and press escape. So now we want to create the inner lines. And again, we want a thickness of 0.125. So I'm going to make a line. I'm going to hover over this outer line. As you can see, the X coordinates coming up, and I'm going to press tab. And I'm going to add 0.125 to that. Plus 0.125 and press enter. And then kind of connect that to the bottom line, and then hover over this line. It gives me that X coordinate, and again I'm going to extend those in a minute so that they go to that inner circle, and I'm going to select there and subtract 0.125 and press enter. So the thing about making these letters is obviously it's not very hard in the features you're using. It's just getting all of these dimensions right and proportions so that it looks kind of uniform and aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to go ahead and press escape, and I'm going to extend these lines. And they're both at the bottom there, so I'm going to press escape because I don't want to extend anymore. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the arcs as I did to the outside. So I'm going to select this endpoint and this endpoint, and it's going to automatically kind of want me to match the arc of that circle. Select that endpoint, and there we are. So you have your D now. What you're going to want to do is go through and make the rest of your letters, and then start to trim those construction lines if you want to, but you could just leave them as well. So I'm going to finish my sketch for this and just show you how to extrude it. So if you remember, for the base we extruded it backwards, so you're going to want to actually extrude this forwards, but we only wanted 0.125. So I'm going to type in 0.125, make sure it's on this forward option, and press enter. So now you have one of the letters, and you can go through and make the rest of them. And this is kind of the final sketch and dimensions for all of these if you want to get a good idea. And again, you can find this file on our Thingiverse page, which will be linked here in another video. So I hope this was helpful. You can always make your own letters if you'd like to. It's really not hard. As I said, the functions you use to do this lettering is very, very easy. The hardest part is figuring out the dimensions and proportions and how to really get that in the software. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.